This MOU that was signed is already talking. They're talking about 200,000 Filipinos. So again, may mga opportunities dyan, and this is something that we will continue to explore and continue to develop. Good evening. Good evening. As usual, yung mga event natin sa Filipino community laging masaya. So we just had that one, but that was after the summit of the ASEAN-GCC, which the plenary session was held this morning, all of this morning, and the afternoon was spent with bilateral meetings outside. This is the first summit of the ASEAN-GCC, which is extremely important because the GCC countries and the ASEAN member countries really comprise the two most vibrant economies, regional economies in the world today. And for us to join forces, for us in ASEAN to join forces with the GCC is a very significant event. And we look forward to very many things that we can do together. And at the same time, the countries in the Gulf states are all also looking for assistance, for help, for workers, not only workers but also for trade, for business, for investment, and that is what we were able to talk about. And I think that the future is bright for this partnership between the Gulf states and the ASEAN member countries. And there is a very clear understanding, especially amongst the Gulf states, the leaders of the Gulf states, that in this globalized economy, it is important to continue to make these arrangements, make these agreements, so that we have a very strong basis from which to transform our economies and from which we can grow. At the same time, well, on the bilateral side, and the reason that many of our economic managers are here with us on this trip is because there is a change, especially in Saudi Arabia. Upon talking to the Crown Prince, MBS, they are very interested not only in, of course, getting increased contractors and laborers and help and professional skilled workers, mga engineer ang mga hinahanap nila. Yun ang mga arkitekto, yun mga hinahanap nila dahil marami talaga silang itatayo. But it is not only a one-way street anymore. At sabi niya, we would like to also go to the Philippines and invest and do something in the Philippines. Unang-una, napaka-simple, and it's a little obvious, yung aming proposal, sinasabi namin, dahil halos lahat ng pagkain dito sa Saudi Arabia ay imported. Kakaunti lang ang kanilang arable land, kung tawagin, at hirap sila sa tubig. So aming sinabi, ba't di kayo mag-invest na mga kapital kayo doon sa Pilipinas at magtayo tayo ng mga gawaan para sa pagkain, to process foods, halal foods, but specifically for Saudi Arabia. And that will bring jobs to the Philippines. That will also increase our food supply. So these are the kinds of things that we have been talking about. Also in the financial instruments that they have been presenting. Pero we have to talk to them more about that. We did not have enough time to go into detail. But again, that is a prospective area. One of the areas that the Saudi Arabia has been very active in is actually in the development of renewable energy, because they have a very forward-thinking leadership, and they see that they would like to diversify their economy they're not just dependent on petroleum products, and to increase to increase the stability of their economy, not so dependent on just one commodity. So these are, and of course we reintroduced to them the Maharlika Investment Fund, and that has proceeded very quickly. And we have already started with detailed talks with the PIF, which is the equivalent here in Saudi Arabia. It is their investment fund, and how we can work together. And it is not only Saudi Arabia; it is also the other Gulf countries who have expressed an interest. I am very encouraged and quite happy by the fact that the reaction that we got from our partners in Saudi Arabia and in other countries has been very encouraging, at gusto talaga nila na magkaroon na tumulong at makilahok dito sa ating investment, dahil naman pinaipakita naman natin na magandang investment talaga para sa kanila ito. So the concept of an investment fund, a sovereign fund for the Philippines, is growing even more attractive, ever more attractive as we go down the road and we talk to more of our prospective partners when it comes to the sovereign fund. And I'm confident that once we get it operationalized, once we are able to start talking in detail with not only the investment funds, but even private corporations and other governments as well. And that is precisely the role that we have envisioned for the sovereign fund, the Maharlika Fund, and that is what the direction that it has taken. And again, our partners have been very encouraging in their reaction to what we have presented to them. I also am happy to report that today, this morning, I was just asked, after nasa plenary hall kami, we were making speeches, we got a message from the Crown Prince of Kuwait. Sabi niya, can we have a quick chat for just 3 to 5 minutes? He says it won't take very long. And we said, of course. And nag-usap kami. Tumayo lang kami sa mga pinaupuan namin, tapos pinabihan ko sila. And I spoke to the Crown Prince, and sabi niya hindi niya gusto yung nangyari between Kuwait and the Philippines, that he disagreed with what the people were doing. He says that this salita niya, the words that he used were, do not listen to them, this comes from small people. I do not agree with what they have been doing. And in fact, she said, I do not want, there's no reason for you to apologize to us. Dahil noon yun ang hinihingi sa atin, mag-apologize tayo sa kanila. And sabi niya, as a matter of fact, I will apologize to you, sabi ng Crown Prince, dito sa nangyari. We will fix it and we will make it because we love the Philippines. And he says, because I remember your father. Sabi niya, he always supported Kuwait. He always supported us. And I know that you will always also support us. And that's why we will fix this. So mukhang maayos natin yung problema sa Kuwait. Yung mga ban na ginawa natin, na pagkakabila. Dahil malakas ang loob ko magsabi, dahil kausap na natin yung Crown Prince. Kaya wala nang siguro. There's no, that is as high an authority as you need to resolve all of these issues that have arisen over the past months. So that is sinasabi ko nga sa ating mga kasamahan that just for that, worth it na itong naging biyahe natin dahil naayos natin yung problema sa Kuwait, which talaga sumasakit ang ulo namin kung paano namin gagawin. But that is one of the shall we say, successes that we can record from this trip. The other is the agreement with Saudi Arabia that not only will they continue to hire Filipinos at every level in the workplace, but also that they will come and work do a lot of work in the Philippines, and they will invest in the Philippines so that they can return. Because ang tingin talaga nila sa atin is that they thank us for helping them transform and to progress their economy. At talaga naman we have played a very large part. Yesterday, we had a very good roundtable meeting with the Saudi corporations in the different fields, the logistics, energy, agriculture, digitalization. And again, we had presented the Philippines, we presented the sovereign fund, and we started to explore what are the things that we can do together. The minister of what tawag nila is MISA, which is the Ministry of Investment Saudi Arabia, was very helpful kasi yung minister nila spent 1 year pala nakatira sa Pilipinas. He was working with Petron for 1 year. He brought his family there. So napamahal siya sa Pilipinas. And he was very, very helpful and very, very encouraging. And he was really trying to bring together our plans and how they can be part of it. And that was also a very productive meeting. Kahit mabilis lang, there are many things that are done that are not in the plenary hall, that are not in formal speeches, but on the sidelines. And that's one of the things that I think is again has been a very good thing for us. And it is now again, as I always say when we have these trips, that it is up to us now to follow this up, to develop these ideas, to explore what will work in the Philippines, to see what is appropriate for the Philippines, and that is what we will now begin to do when we get back to the Philippines. We also signed a memorandum of understanding, MOU, di ba? Yeah, with between EEI and a large, hindi sila recruiter, but they bring workers from the Philippines to Saudi Arabia, and marami talaga silang gustong kunin. This MOU that was signed is already they're talking about 200,000 Filipinos. So again, may mga opportunities dyan. And this is something that we will continue to explore and continue to develop hanggang maging totoo na. So that's more or less what has happened in the last 2 days, from yesterday, pagdating natin dito, until this morning, which was the plenary session, and then the bilateral meetings that we had in the afternoon. So yes, so that is the report that I have for this trip at this the first ASEAN-GCC summit.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sir, nasagot niyo na po lahat yung mga gusto nilang tanungin.
Tanong niyo na pa rin.
Sir, kamusta po yung mga OFW po natin na hindi pa rin nababayaran yung kanilang salary? At kamusta po yung insurance? Unpaid salary, sir, yung around 10,000.
Hindi, it's just, napoprocess na ngayon yun. We are already coming to the point na na yung detalye na lang ang pinag-uusapan. Yung listahan ng mga claimant na nalinis na, maayos na. And we are just waiting for the details to be worked out between the Saudi side. But in concept, in principle, itutuloy talaga nila. Itutuloy talaga nila yung pagbayad doon sa insurance claims ng mga nagtatrabaho sa mga negosyo na nalugi nung nagsara nung COVID. So that will continue to go. Matatapos natin yan.
Sir, when po kaya yung kailan po natin ine-expect, sir, na mababayaran yung kanilang salary?
Well, I cannot say because it also depends on the internal processes in Saudi Arabia. So, but again, I know for a fact that they will be paid. It's just a question of when.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's it?
Sinagot nyo na po lahat ng gusto nilang Thank you, Madam.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Please share, like, subscribe, and comment sa aking channel para updated ka lagi sa kaganapan sa loob at labas ng ating bansa. Hanggang sa muli, magandang araw Pilipinas!